Hey, is that folk music that you play there? What is that? How do you call that folk music?
I think it was Studs Terkel who asked Big Bill Brunzi, did he consider his blues music to be folk music? And Big Bill says, well, never heard no horse.
Don't hesitate. It could be your ticket to a new tomorrow.
Should I sing? Should I make love to you? I'm just riding the wave of this moment in time, and there's no separation between you and I. If I face my fear, I will know courage. If I face my pain, I will know joy. If I trust in the darkness, it will dissolve into dawn. Like a moment of silence, awakening into a song. There's an ocean of space that we hold in our hearts. It's the formless, the deathless, where all healing starts. In each given moment we live and we die, and there's no separation between you and I. When I empty my mind, I can find wisdom, and I fill up my heart, I can feel peace. Holding the mirror in front of my soul, looking deep in the darkness, I can find release. I can choose love and let go of fear as this vision of hope becomes perfectly clear. There's a power I feel when I let you inside, and there's no separation now, no separation. There is no separation between you and I. Between you and I.
Yeehaw!
Thank you.
That's the Horses Sing None of It seal of approval. Yeehaw. That's great.
Thanks.
I love your message, your voice, your guitar playing. Just really knocks me out. We're on Horses Sing None of It. Hi, Bob. And I'm Ralph Litwin. Bob Fivehouse behind camera number 3. And there's Don Preziosi behind camera number 2. Stan Bush behind camera number 1. Whole crew is here. Why don't we get, and who else is here? Rich, I'll see their names at the end. Rich Modzaleski is the director. And our guest today is Jody Kessler, all the way from Ithaca. Nice to have you on the show.
It's a pleasure and an honor. Thanks, Ralph.
My pleasure. You're really into purple, aren't you?
Yes, that purple. You're not the first one that's noticed that. Yes, purple is definitely my color. I don't know why, I'm just very attracted to it.
Yeah, well, it looks good on you.
Thanks.
Purple earrings, purple socks, purple shirt, purple poster in the back,
Right.
purple album cover.
Right.
So, that song has a spiritual message to it, I discern.
Yes, I think so. Definitely a lot of my writing comes out of my spirituality and what I've discovered along my very eclectic and crooked path. So yes, my music is definitely very much inspired by spiritual stuff. Yeah.
And your crooked path, I remember reading in your bio, took you through touring in Europe and traveling around with a backpack and a guitar. And
yeah, I mean, it was very, when you say touring in Europe, it was very low-key. It was very grassroots. I mean, I just basically took my guitar and a backpack and went over to Europe and played in the streets, played in cafes and coffee houses, often just playing for my supper, and you know, just played wherever I could find an audience.
That sounds like a bunch of fun.
It's not like I had an agent booking a tour for me. It was just very much, here I am. As a matter of fact, it was kind of funny because when I got off the plane, I was young. I was 23, but I looked very young. And they thought I was a runaway, and they really made sure that I was of age, and then they didn't want to even let me into the country, into London, because they were, I don't know, they just were suspicious of me because I looked like such a hippie or something. I had long hair and I wore it in braids and I had a little beret, and I guess I must have looked like a vagabond. So
was that loads of fun?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I went in the United Kingdom and also in France and Holland, and just mostly just toured around and had fun, but played music wherever I could.
I'd like to do that someday. I did that in the U.S., but never in a foreign country.
Yeah, well, it's great. It's great fun. I don't know. I think at that time it was easier to just go into a restaurant and play for your supper. You know, I don't know if it's quite that easy anymore.
Well, guess I'll find out when I'm an old man.
Right.
Okay, so that first number that you played for us was?
Called No Separation.
And the next number that you're going to play for us is?
Is the title cut to my first CD. And I have another CD on its way, out any day now. But this is the title cut to my CD called Another Day of Loving. And I got the idea for this song from a greeting card that I saw in a card shop that had a quote from Khalil Gibran that said, "To wake at dawn with a winged heart and give thanks for another day of loving."
All right.
And that inspired this song. 'Twas in a time of darkness when I thought my tears would drown me. An angel came into my life and wrapped his wings around me. Now I have him by my side as my partner and my guide. And I rise at dawn and give thanks for another day of loving. The child that I once cradled, so tiny at my breast, now has turned the other cheek and put my heart to the hardest test. One lesson that's been hard to learn: to give love doesn't guarantee return. But I rise at dawn and give thanks for another day of loving. In the basement of a church I sit, in a circle of folding chairs. I listen with an open heart as each one of us shares all about the painful feelings and the power that brings us healing. So I rise at dawn and give thanks for another day of loving. Across the ocean there is war, hunger, pain and strife. And I wonder why I have so many blessings in my life. And I may never understand it, but I'll never take these gifts for granted. And I'll rise at dawn and give thanks for another day of loving. It's another day of loving.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Great. Let's show off the CD that is the title track from. Another Day of Loving by Jody Kessler. Voted Best CD of 1996 by the Ithaca Journal. Knocked me out. This is a fantastic production. The whole thing is really tastefully done and just beautifully put together.
Thank you. Thank you very much. The producer that worked with me on this album unfortunately passed away, and my new album that's just coming out has another producer who's also fabulous, and the new album is going to be called Leap of Faith.
All right. Like that title. And to get in touch with Jody, in case you want to find out her touring schedule or how to get more information about these discs, is an abbreviation for Wild Woman, Wild, W-M-N, at lightlink.com. You can email her. If you don't happen to have email at your home, you can go to the library and use your library's computer to use email.
That's right.
So, how you doing?
Okay. You want me to do another song?
Sure. Want to do something from your new album?
Yeah, I could.
Do whatever you want.
Let's see. Well, actually, the one I was going to do now is still from the first album, and then I can do one from the new album.
Okay.
This one is kind of my autobiography. It kind of tells a little bit about at least the last few decades of my life.
All right.
And I went to high school and college during the 70s, and one of the things that was very prevalent during that time, of course, was the feminist movement, and which had a big influence on my life. And there were a lot of positive things about that, but the downside was that it made me very idealistic about the kind of woman that I was going to be. And I kind of had a vision for myself to be a woman who had a professional career, a respectable job, and was able to do my music on the side, and of course be a great mom and do all the things that good moms do, like chauffeur your kids around to every which way all the time. Mm-hmm. You're a parent, I'm sure you know. And then I was going to be politically active as well, and in all kinds of causes, and work out at the gym 5 days a week, and always look great. Never look ragged around the edges.
About 327 hours a day, huh?
Right. So that was the plan. And this is the story of what really happened. It's called Superwoman. Growing up in the 70s, I wanna be Superwoman. down in the 80s. Feels like a tornado ripping through me. What's wrong with me? Anxiety, therapy, family identity, ulcers, dizzy spells, grocery bills, diet pills, research, recipes, resumes, laundry, lose weight, meditate, look right, disintegrate. Daughter, I can't give everything to you. And lover, I can't be all things to you. Mother, I can't live out your dreams for you, 'cause I'm only one. I'm only one. But the songs are inside of me, and they've got to be sung. And the work is in front of me, and it's got to be done. How can I do these things when I'm only one? I'm only one. What now for the 90s? Don't wanna be Superwoman, no. Gonna break these chains and let her fly. It's time for the healing, gentle river flowing through me now. Gonna follow my heart and take my time. Daughter, I can't give everything to you. And lover, I can't be all things to you. Mother, I can't live out your dreams for you, 'cause I'm only one. I'm only one. The songs are inside of me, and they've got to be sung. And the work is in front of me, and it's got to be done. How can I do these things when I'm only one? I'm only one.
Yeah. Cool.
Thanks.
Yeah, I had a recent realization on that subject, that it's okay to really want to do a lot of things as long as you don't hinge your happiness on actually expecting to get them done.
Right. Well, we're such a production-oriented culture. You know, it's so hard to. I love that expression about it's important to be a human being rather than a human doing. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. So, from your bio, you started playing electric guitar when you were 14.
Yep. Drove my mother crazy.
Was there... do you remember what it was that attracted you to that?
Well, when I was young, when I was a teenager, I listened to all kinds of music. I mean, I know that folk music, of course, was a very strong influence in my life. You know, people like James Taylor and Joni Mitchell and the songwriters of that day. And but I also listened to Jethro Tull and Led Zeppelin and even Alice Cooper and you know. And I was into all kinds of different music. You know, hard rock, a lot of. You know, that was part of my life too, and I just thought playing electric guitar was really cool. So, so I did that. Yeah, and everybody else thought it was really cool too. You know, I mean, I was 14 years old. There weren't too many 14-year-old females playing electric guitar, and I played in a band. We were the most awful band, but you know, it was a high school band. But you know, it was sort of a novelty. I wasn't a great electric guitar player at all, but I think people just thought it was a cool thing. There was a girl playing electric guitar.
And you've taken a few guitar studies with some masters. Martin Simpson, who recently was a guest here.
Yeah, he used to live in Ithaca, where I live, in Ithaca, New York, and I took a few lessons with him. He's of course an amazing player.
Yeah.
And
with Paul Simon.
yeah, I did a master class with him. I didn't take private lessons with him. It was like a huge room full of people, you know, and he was teaching some technique. But I did study with his brother in a small class situation. There was a school in Manhattan called the Guitar Study Center that had wonderful, wonderful teachers there. And Paul Simon's brother, Eddie, was actually the person who ran the place, was the director.
Huh.
Yeah, so I took some lessons with him too.
A friend that I'd work with in a different kind of situation, he got to meet Paul Simon a couple of times because his aunt or somebody was Paul Simon's personal secretary, and he loved him, and then they set up some kind of meeting, and he went and had lunch with him. Couldn't say a word, obviously. It was just like, there's Paul Simon.
I had an opportunity to babysit for his kids once, and I for some reason I wasn't free that night, but I was actually called to do it, you know, but couldn't do it. But he didn't really know me personally. It was like a big room full of people.
Yeah. Well, he's a famous guy.
Yeah.
What else do you want to do for us?
Well, how much time do we have?
We got 6 minutes to go.
Okay, good. So I can do something from my new album.
Great.
And I often preface this song by asking listeners, or viewers in this case, to think of someone in your life that you're really annoyed at, really mad at. And hold the image of that person in your mind as you listen to the lyrics to the song. This one's called Stone by Stone. It could have been yesterday, might have been a year ago, or another life gone by that we may never know. Whatever I said to you, whatever you did to me, as long as we hold on to it, we can't be free. All these resentments build blocks inside that are glued together by the mortar of my pride. And it's a burden to carry a grudge, like a rock so heavy I can't budge. Stone by stone, brick by brick, one by one, I will make them fall. Step by step, day by day, heart by heart, I'll break down this wall. Could have been a lover, might have been an old friend, or someone from a culture you don't understand. These rifts between us, all these divisions, keep us locked inside our self-constructed prisons. But forgiveness holds the key. With forgiveness we can set each other free. And I release you from the darkness of my past, and hold you in my loving memory at last. Stone by stone, brick by brick, one by one, we will make them fall. Step by step, day by day, heart by heart, we'll break down this wall. Every person we come to know has a lesson they can teach us, and that's how they help us grow. There is a reason they touch our lives, and the mind can't understand it, but the soul is wise. And I forgive you for whatever you may have done, and I ask for your forgiveness so that we may both move on. No more judgment, no more blame, for in spirit you and I are both the same. Stone by stone, brick by brick, one by one, we will make them fall. Step by step, day by day, heart by heart, we'll break down this wall. Heart by heart, we'll break down this wall.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Love it. We just have time to do that little jam thing that you taught me.
Okay.
Thanks for being a guest on Horses Sing None of It.
Thank you so much, Ralph, for having
Really
me.
enjoyed
It's been
your
really fun.
performance. Jody Kessler. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Thanks to all the volunteers and the Folk Project and Bob Fivehouse.
Okay.